Town hall meetings, and people won't show up if we stay here all night tonight, and this is not the reputation that we want to get. But go ahead, sir.
Yes, my name is George Garcia, ladies and gentlemen, and several questions were raised by people who stood here, and Ms. Rodriguez, you also made reference to the fact that local business people do not know how to engage the bureaucracy in matters such as getting themselves certified as minority or woman-owned or disabled veteran businesses, or in the preparation of the document, which is the bid, or the financing or the bonding that is required to accompany this bid. Yet an agency that had existed in Salinas for 5 years was shut down on the 30th of September that had provided one-on-one service to minority small businessmen. And now this agency, from what I understand, is going to be replaced by another entity to be co-located with Cora at Fort Ord, but they will not be providing any one-on-one service to clients. And my question is, if the need exists for people to have assistance in doing this kind of paperwork, then how can we ensure that whatever entities are funded provide this service?
Since you mentioned my name,
Sure.
Because I did attend the meeting at the Opportunity Center that you mentioned, where the Department of Defense sent representatives to, number one, inform our community, as in many communities throughout the country, that because of their budget cuts, they had to look at other ways of providing services to people. At the expense of saying anything derogatory about you, because I don't know you. I have lived in this community for 30 years, and I was unaware of your service in Salinas. I didn't start yesterday trying to help people find jobs, or small business people in our community, to bid on jobs or anything. I've been doing this kind of work practically all of my life. So I have to tell you that the explanation that was given to us by the Department of Commerce was that because of severe budget cuts in their department, they had to look at other ways of doing things. Previously, the department had contracted out to private businesses such as your own to do one-on-one work with people. We're looking at now having, with the city of Seaside, providing a workshop where we will be providing people in a workshop setting rather than on a one-to-one basis, the knowledges that we think people need. Now, there may be need for follow-up with some of these people, and that may have to be provided. We're looking at the Opportunity Center to provide some of that type of help. We're looking at EDD. We're looking at a lot of existing services. With the severe cuts that are coming down from the federal government, we're going to have to be very creative if the money is not there for us to provide these kinds of services to our people. And I'm very hopeful that we will be able to do that. The times are changing, and we're all looking at all of these budget cuts and what have you, going to not only tighten our belt.
Well, perhaps I could respond to that. As you know, first of all, the appropriations to fund the Minority Business Development Office have not been made by Congress, signed by the President. Secondly, the plan that they are going to work on is going to be locally designed, and I think that issue that you raise is a good one and ought to be addressed, and how you would be able to counsel, whether it be through an office or through an existing job training program. We've heard about many here. The opportunities are still out there. This plan that will
getting the citizens involved, where they're asking the questions, getting their questions answered, because what we're all about is what the citizens want. And I think that everybody up here is committed to that. Council members, and special thanks to the Colonel, who what an oversight that we didn't leave you off the panel tonight. We didn't realize we were going to get into this deep into it. So, it's just great. We'll have one for you,
Mr. Mayor. I just want to say that the Colonel is on vacation, so she's the most committed person here to give up her vacation to be here.
Okay. Well, I think everybody, as we leave, I think the recent newspapers have indicated what's going on here in the city of Seaside. We will continue to march.
Hi, this is Becky Johnson with Community Perspectives Television, Channel 71, and we're with Laura Lee Martin from UCSC. Hi, Laura.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Laura, could you tell us what the specific plans are for the property that's been deeded to UCSC here on the former Fort Ord base?
Sure. The University of California has acquired about 1,000 acres of land last year. It was deeded to us, conveyed from the Army. We intend to create a science and technology center. We're referring to it as the Monterey Bay Education, Science, and Technology Center. And about 350 acres of the 1,000 we were given will be used to develop and bring private industry to the Monterey Bay region to work in areas such as biotech, environmental technologies, and information technologies. The remaining 600-plus acres will be held in management for a natural reserve system, held in perpetuity for the environmental lands.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're still on.
Levon, I understand that there was a problem with some housing that some Department of Defense workers and their families had at the former Fort Ord site. Yeah. Could you tell us what Congressman Farr promised you regarding that housing and what's happened since?
Well, we were really concerned that we would be put out of the housing. We were supposed to be there till approximately 1997 before some decision was made, but we found out that we had to vacate the housing, and we went to Congressman Farr, and we had a town hall meeting outside, and he said that he would try to work with the Navy or the city of Marina or write some letters, and that we would probably be able to stay in that housing. But approximately a week or two later, we got notices that we had to move anyway, and the kids were very upset because everybody was kind of like a family there, and we just had to move at our own expense. We had to get out.
And how many people were involved with being displaced?
Well, that was 250 families. We're talking children, mothers, fathers, 250 families. I don't know how many that involved altogether.
And what has happened to this housing since you vacated it? Was about 2 years ago, did you say?
Right, in 1993, about August, September. It's boarded up. It's just over there vacant.
So there really was no reason for everyone to be displaced that you know of?
We were never told why we had to vacate, and we thought that maybe there was some type of emergency that nobody wanted to disclose, but as time has gone by, it's just boarded up, and there's no information about any type of emergency, and nobody seems to want to take blame for it.
So nobody's willing to accept the responsibility for having evicted 250 people.
Right, and some of those families I have talked to since then and have had very hard times. Some of them have had divorces and all sorts of traumas because of that situation, and that's why I'm so involved in the community, because I've heard these concerns, and I tell you, they're very heart-wrenching.
Thank you. Levon Stone.
There's a group of conveyances that will be done for homeless providers, and those have already been approved, and we're in the process of conveying some of those properties.
Bye, Sam.
Take it easy, Congressman. Well, it's not because I am not the expert to answer that question. The homeless providers at Fort Ord already been approved, and we are in the process of conveying those properties to Health and Human Services as we speak. Matter of fact, 2 of those properties were sent to HHS this week, so those properties are coming around.
Thank you very much.
You want to take pictures?
I want to make sure and get the names spelled correctly.
Put it on her.
Hi, this is Becky Johnson.
You want to take pictures?
I want to make sure and get the names spelled correctly.